I know Treasure has mentioned that she can hear me, but I'd like to hear from you guys. Just give me a reaction, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. If from your end I am loud and clear, just give me a thumbs up to show that you can hear me. Fantastic. I'm still waiting for more thumbs up. Awesome, 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 awesome. Great, great. Hi, everybody. You're welcome to the session. Now I can see a lot of thumbs up. Fantastic. I'm excited. I'm excited to be joining you guys tonight and be having this conversation with you. Tonight promises to be enlightening. All right. I'm going to share as much as I can. I'm not going to hold back at all. I promise I'm not going to hold back. Thank you very much. Easy, easy. All right, awesome, awesome. Welcome, 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 everybody. So before we get started, I like a couple of people to, tell me how their day went. You can just type it in the chat. How did your day go today? Was it eventful? Was it as planned, or did it turn out not as great as you expected? What was it like today? Tell me in the chat. I'm really interested to know. I want to know. Tell me. Um, or let's do it like this. In one word, if you could describe your day in one word, what word would that day be? Ahmed understood the assignment. Oh, so sorry about that, Ahmed. Your day was tiring. I hope after the session you're jacked back. Rough. So sorry about that, Nicole. Exhausting. Why is everybody having exhausting, tiring, rough days? I want some positives, please. Somebody should give me a positive. I'm sure these people typing these things are Lagos people. I can bet. I know my Lagosians when I see them. Exhausting, hectic, rough, tiring, Lagos people. So sorry about that, guys. Fruitful, Daniel's day was fruitful. I love that. Uneventful. Awesome. All right. Good, good, good. Traffic. Right. Somebody already know the drill. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Nice to get to engage with you guys. All right. So now don't worry. Just sit back and relax. Um, this session can serve two purposes for you. Number one, you're learning at the same time you're resting away from all of the Lagos drama. Even if you're not in Lagos, away from all of that drama, you just sit back, relax, pay rapt attention, and you're not only going to be getting information, enlightenment, education, you're also going to be getting insights that would help you move your life to the next level. This is one of the things I'm most passionate about. I like to pour back into people. I like to inspire people. I like to encourage. I like to help people. And tonight, because a lot of you had stressful days, I'm going to try as much as possible to, you know, get you away from all of that trouble, help you see how you can get into a space where you don't have to go through all of that stress, all of that drama, where you can imagine, just picture yourself walking from the comfort of your home every day without having to go out, without having to face traffic. It's one of the things I'm hoping to achieve tonight to help you get started in tech so that you can work from anywhere from the comfort of your home. If that sounds exciting, guys, let me see your favorite reaction. Give me your favorite reaction if you're already excited about this session tonight. Awesome, awesome, great, great, awesome. So I'd like to start by letting you know that we would be recording the session. As you can see, the session is currently being recorded. All right. So anything I share tonight, you will not even miss a tiny bit because you can always catch up on the recording. And if you take a look at the chat box, if you can take a look right now, you would see a colleague of mine sharing the link to the attendance form. All right. So fill out the attendance form and we will use the information to send you the recording for the session. And not just the recording, I would also be sharing all the documents, all the resources, the slides, everything I'm using to present tonight. I want to share it with you guys. All right. And the only way that could be possible is if you fill out the attendance form. So do that right now before we get right into it. Fill it out. All right, guys, fill it out so that I can get your information and send out. I promise you, I'm not going to bug you. I just need information to send out, not just the recording of the session, but also all the resources I'll be presenting with tonight. Guys, if you're going to do that right away, give me a thumbs up before you head over to the chat box and pick the link to the attendance form. Awesome. All right. So while you do that, I'm just going to share my screen. All right. So I am going to share my screen, and in the next 5 seconds, you should see my screen. In the next 5 seconds, you should see my screen. So I'm going to wait for you. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. All right. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to fill out the attendance form while I take water. So 30 seconds, guys, fill out the attendance form and let's get right into it. Also, so guys, if you can see my screen, please give me a thumbs up. And heads up, heads up, heads up. I'm going to be asking for a lot of reactions tonight. All right. I want to be sure that number one, you are following me. Number two, you're getting value for your time. So I'm going to be asking you to give a thumbs up or give a thumbs down, depending on what the situation warrants. All right. So, guys, are we good to go? Let me know in the chat. Are we good to go? If we are good to go, type LFG in the chat. Type LFG. You can put as many exclamation marks as you want. But if you're good to go, type LFG in the chat. I'm not going to tell you what that means, but it's one of the things we like to say um, at one of my previous place of work. So type LFG, and if you can use the muscle emoji, type LFG and use the muscle um, emoji so I know that you're pumped up and ready to go. Fantastic. So I see a lot of LFG in the chat. So you guys are good to go. So what would we be talking about tonight? We want to see, we have three fantastic career paths that we want to examine today. All right. We want to examine these three career paths: data analysts, business analysts, and project managers. Of these three roles, which one would AI replace? And what should you do right now to get ahead? All right. If you're a data analyst or you're planning to be one, or you're a business analyst or you're planning to be one, or you're a project manager or you're planning to be one, we want to give you a heads up. What roles would artificial intelligence replace? And what should you do right now to avoid being a victim? All right. To avoid being a victim. So that is what we want to examine tonight. And in case you're coming across the analytics business for the first time, all right. If you're coming across the analytics business, in fact, let me ask, is there anybody on the call that is coming across the analytics business for the very first time? This is the first time you're hearing the analytics business. Give me a thumbs up. If this is the very first time you've never heard the analytics business before, give me a thumbs up. Wow. So we have a lot of first timers on the call. That's amazing. Guys, you are very welcome. And I'll give you a very quick introduction to Analytics business so that you are aware of who we are and what we do. All right. So Analytics business is a B2B and a B2C learning platform. In case you're wondering, what's this guy saying? What is B2B? What is B2C? B2B simply means business to business. That means as a business, we provide training for other businesses. We train their staff, equip them, help them get better, improve their efficiency. just so that the business grows. That's B2B. So we offer B2B learning training program. So in case you work in an organization or you have a business and you want to upskill your staff, or you'd like for your team to have a training program to upskill the analytics business, that is our core area of strength. All right. But we also provide training facilities or training programs for customers, individuals who are looking to upskill, looking to get into the tech space. And we've been doing that for over half a decade now. And in just that time, we've helped thousands of Africans of skill and also pivot into tech. All right. And we do that by providing access to top quality courses across diverse disciplines. All right. And right now, we are AI focused. We are looking to build people up because right now we are in the day and age of AI. Is need to leverage AI. Businesses that need to leverage AI, they look to us to train their staff. Individuals looking to leverage AI, they look to us to train them to be AI ready and to future proof their job. All right. So, in case you're interested in upskilling, you want to get into tech, you don't know how to go about it, I say congratulations, because you have met with Analytics business, and this is where your journey begins. All right. And this guy on your face, who is he? The guy that will be talking to you tonight. Who is he? My name is Ayobami Yusuf. All right. I'm a big data and analytics professional with over a decade of experience. I've worked across several industries within within the European market. I've worked as a research and analytics consultant for a talent intelligence company in Netherlands. I've also worked as a data analyst for an health tech organization here in Nigeria. Previously worked as a data analyst at a consulting organization in Lagos. Currently, I work as a research and analytics consultant for a leading uh, global trade expansion company in the UK, and also as an Azure data engineer and Power BI developer for a foundry in Denmark. All right. And I've been doing this for about 5 years. And one of the things I'm passionate about, all of those things, I love them. They put food on the table. But one thing that I'm really, really passionate about is training and development. I like to train people. I like to help people. I like to give back. And I've been doing that. And I like to empower Africa's next generation of data leaders, which is you right here on this call. You are the next generation of data leaders in Africa. And you're going to experienced quite a number of that tonight. There's going to be a lot of enlightenment, and I hope that you pay enough attention to be able to get enough tonight to get started. All right. Uh, but all of those story is just to let you know that this is where I'm going. You don't need to pay attention to everything I've said before. This is what I want you to pay attention to. How did this start? All of this big grammar, how did this start? It started just a couple of years back. All right. So that means I didn't even start my career in tech. I transitioned into tech just a few years back. I was working as a banker. All right. I was working with First City Monument Bank before I transitioned into teaching. And I just knew that, I could not keep doing this. All right. And when I discovered the fact that the way the nation is going, the way the country is going, you need to empower yourself for more in order to be more. And that was when I got interested in tech and I started learning. I started upskilling, but it was difficult. Why was it difficult? Because there was nobody to hold me by the hand. I wish there was a session like this that I could join back in the day, but there was nothing of such. All right. So I needed to rely on myself, and it took me years before I could get my first job. But guys, you don't need to do that now because we are in an age where information is everywhere. All right. And one of my goals tonight is to ensure that it doesn't take you as long as it took me to get your tech career started. All right. So, what are we going to be doing in this session? I'm hoping that after this session, number one, you would understand how AI is reshaping the world of work and what that means for you as a professional working across several industries. How is AI going to affect you? And what do you need to do to position yourself to be at an advantage? And after we are done with that, we'll then try to see how we can leverage the key skills required to kickstart your AI career. And for those of you that don't even want to work 9 to 5, we would also look at how you can build the skills required to start your own career or your own agency. And by agency, I mean business. How can you start your own business leveraging these key skills? All right. And then I will share with you how Tenalytics business can help you succeed on either path. So if you're going the route of career, how can analytics business help you? And if you're interested in starting a business, leveraging the skills that is required would also show you how you can go about that. So this will be our roadmap for tonight. Guys, are we fired up? Now that we know our roadmap tonight, can we get started? You know how we do, right? Give me a thumbs up if we are good to go. If we are good to go. Awesome, awesome, great. So, guys, let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. I think that line has become so cliche right now. So, it's no longer news that the job landscape is shifting. All right, is currently shifting. So let's examine that changing landscape. All right. We hear a lot of people say things like, oh, AI is coming for your job, AI is coming to replace you. How true is that? How true is that? Guys, the honest truth is this: AI is not replacing you. And we'll see why that is in a short time as we progress in the session. AI is not replacing you. But guess what will happen? Somebody who uses AI might replace you. So if your concern is whether AI is going to replace you, there will be a replacement, all right? There will be a replacement, but it is not AI that is going to replace you because AI is a robot. AI on its own is useless. And I like to tell people that AI is not as smart as we like to think it is. No AI can be smarter than human beings. Why? Because human beings created AI. All right. So AI is feeding off of the intelligence of humans. So if your fear has been whether AI will replace you or not, first of all, cast out that fear. AI is not going to replace you. But guess who is going to replace you? That person. It could be somebody else on this call that is going to learn how to use AI that is coming for your job. All right. So AI is about helping us do things better. Oh, I do a task and it takes me 5 hours, or I have to repeat this task every day, and it's becoming monotonous, it's becoming boring. How can I do it in such a way that I don't have to spend my time doing these things every day? That's where AI comes in. AI is going to help you automate this task. All right. So AI is about automating tasks and not roles. So AI will not automate your role, but you should know that your role will require you to complete some task. That means that AI is coming to help you automate some of the tasks required in your role. And every role right now, especially these three that we want to examine tonight, whether data analysts, business analysts, or project management, what is going on is they are facing what is called a shift, a redefinition, and not an elimination. What does that mean? Companies are looking to do these things better. All right. And what that means for you is companies are now looking for professionals who can deliver beyond the barest minimum. So the company hiring for data analyst in 2020, that same company would hire a data analyst in 2025 differently. What they are looking for in a data analyst in 2025 is going to be different from how they required a data analyst in 2020. So the job of a data analyst is going through redefinition. It's going through a facelift. And the professionals that will thrive in this age of redefinition are those who learn to leverage AI. All right. Who learn to leverage AI by delegating some of the tasks in their role to AI. Let me give you an example. A data analyst, that is the role. What are the tasks required of a data analyst? Obviously, we start from gathering the data. All right. After you've gathered the data, you need to make sure the data is clean and ready for analysis. But guess what? Some cleaning processes are usually repetitive. Oh, you change the column header, you change the data type. Regardless of the data you are going to have to do those tasks repetitively. So you end up spending 5 hours doing the same thing every day. You spend 5 hours today cleaning data. You spend 5 hours tomorrow. If you have another data, cleaning that data. If you get another data next tomorrow, you spend another 5 hours cleaning those data. What happens is businesses realize they are spending too much money on you, because really time is money. Because if you have to spend 5 hours every day to do the same things repetitively, you are not productive. Why not I hire somebody? And I'm thinking like a business owner. Why don't I hire somebody who can delegate these repetitive aspects to a machine and then focus on deriving actual value from the cleaned data? So the data analyst of 2025 would be a data analyst that can save time. And how will you save time? You should be able to delegate some tasks to AI. And you are not able to do that if you don't know how to work with AI at a pro level. And we're going to get into that. I'm just taking you through this introduction to establish one fact: the fact that AI really is not replacing you, but there's a demand for professionals who can leverage AI to get things done faster and better. And you see, those professionals, they are likely the ones that would replace you. So the real question isn't, will AI take my job? I think we now know the real question: how can I fast adapt so that this person learning to use AI will not finish learning AI and then come and take my job? So as the world is evolving, as the economy of work is evolving, how can I adapt to these changes? That is what you should be thinking about in 2025. Are we together, guys? You can give me a thumbs up if we are still following me. Are we still together? Awesome. Great. And don't forget to fill out the attendance form so that you don't miss out on anything. So let us examine these different career paths that we want to zoom in on tonight so that we can see how AI is changing how these career paths operate now and what we can do. All right. If we are interested in this career path, what we can do to position ourselves. We're going to start with the data analysts of the future. All right. We're going to start with the data analyst of the future. How you go from data crunchers to insights strategists. And how do you do that? Delegating. You need to delegate these mundane tasks that we've talked about: data cleaning, report generation, dashboard update. You need to delegate it to a junior staff. But I bet you don't have the money to hire a junior staff, right? They hired you, they are paying you. You cannot afford to hire somebody else. But guess what? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And who is a junior data analyst? Or what is the junior data analyst that you can afford to hire? Your guess is as good as mine. Artificial intelligence. So instead of hiring somebody else and pay that person, you can use artificial intelligence as your junior data analyst while you focus on the strategy aspects, while you become the strategist and you use AI to do all the dirty work. So, how does that look? You use AI to automate your data cleaning. You know all the cleaning processes that you have to go through every day, every day. You don't have to do it yourself. You can delegate that aspect to artificial intelligence. You write prompts that fully itemizes or that fully highlights all the things that AI needs to do. And there is a way you need to prompt it that it is accurate. Even your report generation, you don't need to do it yourself anymore. You can literally have AI generate report while you focus on the strategy. What kind of report should it generate? What kind of insights are you looking for? Will those insights really align with business needs? Those are the strategy aspects that you need to focus on. We had a session, I think that should be last week, Friday or thereabout. I can't remember now. We had a session last week here at Analytics where we built a dashboard live in class leveraging AI. AI did all the job. So it is a possibility right now. It is a reality. You can leave those mundane parts to artificial intelligence, even dashboard updates. How your dashboard updates periodically, you can give that job to AI, but you need to learn how to do that. AI can also assist you in churning out predictive models, help you to detect anomalies in your data, help you to identify trend. AI can assist in doing that. You don't need to be on your system trying to figure out what the trend looks like or how to figure out, you know, detecting anomalies. AI can do that. So, where do you come in? What is your own job in all of this? You provide business context because AI cannot fully understand your business. You need to bring that business context to the table. All right. You're bringing business context, critical thinking, storytelling. All right. So imagine AI has built the report. Guess what? AI cannot go and present this report to your stakeholders. That's where you come in. You have given the job to the junior data analyst, which is your assistant, your AI. It has built the reports according to your context, to your instructions. You understand it. You understand the insight generated. It is now your job to go present this. You are focusing on value. So you spend less time on the dirty work, for lack of a better word, on the mundane task, but the strategy, how to get the best insights possible. But that cannot be possible if you're also spending a lot of your time cleaning data. So you have more time to yourself to focus on strategy. All right. So as a future ready data analyst, your focus should be learning prompt engineering for analytics tools. How can I learn prompt engineering to be able to prompt my assistant accurately? All right. Accurately is the keyword that I want to emphasize here. A lot of people think, oh, anything I put into AI, that's prompts. But there's a way you will prompt AI that by the time AI is done giving you the results, you'll be shocked. Was I the one that told AI to give me this? Yes, you were the one because there's a way to prompt AI to give you accurate expected results. So you want to focus on prompt engineering and also how do you integrate AI models into your workflow? So you have a typical workflow. You don't have to do all of those elements in that workflow manually. you can include an AI automation in that process that it automates some of those aspects in your workflow. That is what you should be focusing on, not cleaning data. Also, as a future ready data analyst, you also want to focus on how then do I have more time to communicate insights that drive decisions? Because at the end of the day, your dashboard is as good as useless if you cannot communicate insights to those that need to use it to make decisions. All right. So, what is the summary of everything that I'm saying? If you want to have an edge in this day and age of AI, you need to learn how to allow AI handle the data while you handle the direction and the strategy. Does that make sense to us, guys? Are we following? Does that make sense? Does that make sense to any of us? Give me a thumbs up if it makes sense. All right. And I'm going to ask you, type in one sentence. What is your key takeaway from what I've just said? What is your key takeaway from what I've just spent the last, I think, last 20 minutes? What would you say your key takeaway is in one sentence? What is your key takeaway? Type that in the chat. I'm waiting. I also want to see and learn from you. So, what would you say your key takeaway is? What have you taken from everything I've just said in one sentence? Fola Shere says AI and automation. Fantastic. But what does that do? What does AI and automation do for you? Daniel is saying AI helps to make the job faster with better integration. Awesome. AI is not here to replace me. Good. AI will make me more productive and improve delivery timelines. AI is the vehicle. You fantastic. Good luck. I feel like buying Ribena for you. Good luck. I love this summary. AI is the vehicle. You are the driver. In fact, I think I should handle this session over to you so that you can take us from here. Or someone. Good luck. All right. So everybody has said all the right words. So as a data analyst, you want to allow AI to be the vehicle while you drive the bus. All right. While you drive the bus. So very quickly, what then does the business analysis space, what does it look like right now in the day and age of AI? I'm going to try to rush over this because we have gotten the key information from the first one. Now, as a future ready business analyst, all right, as the business analyst of the future, you are not allowed any longer to just understand the business. All right. Uh, Usually, business analysts will tell you, my focus is understanding the business, and then I'm able to use this understanding to get things done. But right now, in the day and age of AI, you would be doing yourself a huge favor if you are bilingual. If you are bilingual. And what are the two languages you need to be able to speak fluently in this day and age if you want to have an edge? You need to be able to speak business and AI very fluently. And how does that work? Instead of being the one to do documentation, you're building user stories, you're generating requirements. Leave that to AI. Let AI automate that. And we'll see how that works as we progress in the session. You don't have to do market analysis by yourself anymore. Your market segmentation analysis, you no longer have to do it by yourself. Even scenario modeling, these are concepts that you learn as a business analyst. Now, AI can do all of those for you as long as you're able to bring business empathy, what is called domain knowledge, domain expertise. You know the direction of the business and you can steer AI towards that direction. You also need to come with domain knowledge, domain understanding, and how to align business goals and transfer that your understanding to the AI so that AI can know the context as much as you do. All right. You must be able to communicate with AI so much so that everything in your head, all that you know about the business to help the business grow, you are able to translate or transfer that knowledge to AI, and AI is able to generate the best output. That is how to position yourself as a business analyst of the future. All right. So you must be able to use AI for stakeholder analysis, for instance, for process optimization. You must be able to, and I said this earlier, you must be able to translate business goals into AI driven solutions. All right. And then you must be able to guide organizations on ethical and effective AI adoption. All right. So if you are looking to become a data analyst, I mean business analyst, sorry, or you're already a business analyst, in the day and age of AI, you have to be an AI translator because it is no longer between you and only technical stakeholders. It's also between you and AI. So, how can you get AI to do your job effectively? You must be able to communicate very well with AI. All right. And as we progress in the session, you're going to learn how that is possible, how you can learn to do and be just that. And the last career path we want to focus on today before we proceed, all right, before we proceed, is the project manager of the future. All right. Current project managers are just task trackers. They just track tasks. Who have done this? Who have not done this? Why is this not done? Why is that not done? And they spend a lot of effort doing scheduling, predicting risk, optimizing resources, and building reports. They do all of that mostly manually, but AI can assist with that. Even your communication summaries, your drafts, your milestone tracking, predictive delays, all of those concepts, all of those tasks. Remember, AI automates tasks and not rules. All of that can be done by AI. Where do you come in? You come in with leadership. All right. AI does those for you, and then you go ahead to implement. All right. The leadership aspect, that's where you come in. Emotional intelligence, you spend more time. All right. You cannot invest in emotional intelligence. You cannot invest in learning leadership, for instance, if you are busy scheduling, if you're busy building reports, if you are busy computing risk prediction, you have less time to develop yourself as a leader. All right. You have less time to learn emotional intelligence. You have less time to make the best decisions. And that's what AI is coming to help with. All of those mundane tasks, you can assign them to AI while you focus on these key elements that really drive the business. So, as a future ready project manager, you must be able to integrate AI tools like Copilot, ChatGPT, and other tools we are going to learn as we progress. You must be able to integrate them into your team workflows. All right. And then spend a lot of time focusing on people. How do you grow your team? How do you help your team bond? How do you know, inspire them towards productivity? All of those, that should be your job, and not spending a lot of time on paper work. All right. And you must be able to lead an AI augmented team with confidence. That is a future ready project manager, not just one that is running around trying to schedule, trying to organize projects and all of that. You are shooting yourself in the leg. So, from all of this, we can see one central theme. AI cannot come and become a data analyst true and true. It cannot completely do the job of a data analyst. Did we see that or not? Can AI do the job of a data analyst? All that is required of a data analyst. Everything. Can AI do it completely? Give me a thumbs up if yes. Give me a thumbs down if no. Can AI do it without needing human effort at all? At all? Can AI do it? No. So that means that AI is only coming to help you, even that of the business analyst and the job of a project manager. So, what is the central thing? AI is not coming to replace you, but somebody using AI might just replace you if you don't know how to leverage AI to improve your efficiency. All right, to improve your efficiency. So you might be wondering, how does that how does that align with the current realities of the economy? How does that align with the current realities of the job market? All right. And I'm not going to try to give you my opinion. All right. I'm going to rely on reports, on actual real world reports that was published. Well, let me see that. I think you left a very important message, so let me read it out. Right now, no, but with the wealth of data available over time, it can learn and get better at these things. This is what I believe. Fantastic, all right. And I'm not going to try and debunk your belief, all right. I'm not going to try and debunk your. In fact, I highly encourage that you think in this direction. I highly encourage that you think in this direction. But what I would add to that, all right, for last area, is the fact that AI, first of all, needs somebody to press send. Yes or no? Well, actually, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If at least the the only thing that a human being would do is to press enter, it needs human input. So what that tells you is that AI really is useless. All right, AI is useless, and it would always require human input. So let's see how all of these things we've been talking about, let's see how they align with the current realities of the job market by taking a look at the fastest growing and fastest declining jobs. Let's start fastest growing jobs. Right now, what are the fastest growing jobs? You will see, according to the Future of Jobs report, that the jobs that are growing the most are data jobs and AI jobs. In the top three, you find big data specialists and AI and machine learning specialists. What does this mean? In case you don't know what the Future of Jobs report is, it's a report that gets published, I think, at an interval of 3 or 4 years, right? And they published one early this year in January. They published one in January. And what they try to do is to um, research. They do research. So it's not just opinion. They conduct extensive research and take a look at what the projections look like for the future. What jobs are going to go out of demand? What jobs will grow in demand? And the report for this year estimates that data specialists and AI professionals are going to grow in demand consistently between 2025 and 2030 by 30 to 35% between now and 2030. So you can see that businesses are requiring more of data and AI professionals. So a lot of jobs are going to decline because instead of people to hire more of these guys, instead of people to hire more of these guys, they are going to hire less and use AI to augment. All right. Folashere is saying he cannot hear me. Please, if you can hear me, please give me a thumbs up. If you can hear me, please give me a thumbs up. All right. So it's not my network. Folashere, you might want to check your network. All right. So what this means for you is if your focus is getting a job in 2025 or in the early months or in the early days of 2026, you want to focus on the roles that are in demand, which are data and AI career paths. And you can see the charts, all right? For jobs that are growing, and this blue bar simply means the jobs that will be created in this career path. And you can see the career path that would have the most jobs created. You can see number one is what? Big data specialist. In top three, you can also see AI and machine learning specialist. A lot of focus is currently being placed on AI and data career path. So if you want to be strategic, the career paths you should really, really be focusing on in 2025 and beyond are data and AI skills. And you can see some HR skills, HR career paths as well, like organizational development specialists. You can begin to see career paths that will create more jobs. And you can also begin to see career paths that would create less jobs. So it's common sense if I'm looking for a job to focus on career paths that would create more jobs that are in demand. Is that not true, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you agree with me. If I want to focus on getting jobs, the jobs I will focus on are the ones that are constantly in demand or that would grow in demand. All right. So that's what common sense asks of us, right? So you're now wondering, I've seen what the future of jobs is looking like. And I want to tap into this. How then can I get ahead? It's very simple. You need to learn and position yourself. All right. Which is what we want to talk about now. How then can you do that? You need to start by learning how to leverage artificial intelligence. All right. You need to learn how to leverage artificial intelligence. Learn things like how do you prompt engineer an AI tool? But you don't want to learn that at a basic level. You want to go advanced. All right. So you want to learn advanced prompt engineering. You want to learn AI workflow automation. How do I embed AI into my workflow so that AI automates those workflow? For instance, in my guys, can you see my screen? I think from my end, I'm seeing some network glitches. Can you hear me, guys? If you can hear me, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, all right, all right, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Let me reshare my screen. Let me reshare my screen. All right, I'm going to reshare my screen right about now. Great. So, as I was saying, you want to focus on how to embed AI into your workflow. Let me give you an example. Say you run a business, all right? You run a business where customers they feel they fill an order, all right? They come online or maybe they come to your website, they make an order, and then once the order gets filled, you you send that to maybe the warehouse, and the warehouse confirms whether the product they ordered for is available or not. If it is available, then they send it to the store to pick it up. If they pick it up, they send it to the front desk to package. All of those processes, if you need to hire people to do all of those, you are spending more money. So you need to get somebody to run from the front desk to go and check in the store. And once they confirm, they send it to another person to run to the, all of those, they are mundane. You can automate that such that there's an AI tool that checks your inventory. And once it's confirmed, it sends a report to the front desk. Once that is confirmed, then it triggers something that notifies somebody to pack the order. That's number one, it speeds up the process. That's number one. Number two, it reduces overhead costs because you don't need to hire too many people to get the job done. So if those are the things that businesses are now looking to be able to achieve, and they need people to build these systems. This is how you can get ahead. You need to be able to learn what is called business process thinking. practical tool masteries. These are some of the ways you can stand out. These are some of the ways you can get yourself ready in the day and age of AI. All right. And if you stop there, guys, if you stop there, remember our focus is how to get ahead, how to key into the AI rave by landing ourselves a job in an AI or data career path. We don't want to stop there. And this is where a lot of people miss out. All right. They think, oh, once I'm done learning the skills, then I think I am job ready. The jobs will start falling on my lap. And then they discover that they've spent months and months learning, but the jobs are not forthcoming. Why is that? That's because outside of learning the skills, you also need to package yourself to become employable. You have the skills, fantastic, but jobs will not fall on your lap if you don't package yourself to become employable. All right. And these are some of the things that you will need. And these are some of the things that we help our students with. All right. Not just learn the skills, but for instance, number one, what does your CV looks like? Is your CV even getting you interviews? If no, then something needs to be done. What about your LinkedIn? Has somebody ever come across your LinkedIn and they are so impressed that they slide into your DM to talk about a job opportunity? If no, then you need to take a look at what's going on with your LinkedIn. Another area you need to package yourself in is to demonstrate real world experience. A lot of people talk about the fact that people are not considering me for opportunities because I don't have experience. And they also say things like, if you don't hire me, how then would I get the experience? There are alternative ways of getting experience. All recruiters want to see is that truly you can do these things you claim you can do. And there's no better way to believe you than when they see what you have done before. And how can you do that? By having a project portfolio where you have a list of projects that you have done before. So you need a project portfolio to improve the rate at which recruiters are confident in your abilities. You might have even gone through all of this. Your CV is good. Your LinkedIn is well optimized. It's attracting opportunities. Your portfolio is attracting opportunities. They then call you for an interview and then you blow it at the interview stage. Do you know that is possible? Some people have fantastic CVs. Their LinkedIn is awesome. Their project portfolio is amazing, but they get to the interview room and they mess it up. Guys, do you agree with me that that is a possible scenario in this world? Some people, they blow it at the interview stage. So you don't want to do that. And how can you avoid this? By getting prepared. All right. You need to prepare for your interview. And that's why here at 10 Analytics Business, no student of ours go to an interview without being adequately prepared. And apart from that, you also need job reference for organizations that demand for job reference. If you don't have any organization or anybody that can give you reference letters, is one of the things that you need to boost your your um your your chance of landing a job. And also we have our on the job support system that also supports students while on the job. You finally got in the job, but you get stuck at some point. You need support. You get that support. And then there's the weekly mentorship sessions where you get to meet with global professionals who are already doing what you are trying to do. These people are able to guide you, they're able to show you how to go about it, how to avoid certain mistakes because they've made these mistakes for you. All right. And talking about people that don't want to work 9 to 5, you want to build your own business, you want to build your own agency, you want to freelance, for instance, you can do that by setting up a profile on Upwork or Fiverr. And guys, for those of you that are already getting jobs and gigs on Upwork and Fiverr, you would agree with me that those platforms are highly competitive. How do you stand out in that pool of competition? Your upper profile needs to be fully optimized. It needs to attract opportunities. So these are some of the things that you need alongside the skills that you would be gaining. All right. So, and once you're done with all of that, you've learned the skills, we have packaged you, you have packaged yourselves. You then start applying to jobs. And I've also included in these slides, all right, a couple of platforms where you can apply to jobs. In case you don't know any of these platforms, there are a ton of platforms, but these are the most useful ones that you can use right now to start applying to jobs. You have flex jobs, we have we work remotely, we have remote.ok, we have remote.co, we have jobspresso, remotive, indeed, working nomads, well found, which is formerly called AJ list. You have skip the drive, you have a lot of them. So start leveraging these platforms in your job search. So by the time you're done learning the skills of the future, you have been packaged to become job ready. Now it's time to start applying to jobs. And you can use any of these platforms to apply to job. And I'll also be sharing this with you. All right. I'll be sharing the slides with you where you can find the list of these platforms where you can apply to jobs. Remember, all you need to do is to fill out the attendance form and you'll be getting the full document. Everything you need will be in the slides. All right. Now, what does the salary projection looks like? For those of us that might be wondering, so what's it? Why do I even need to go through the stress to upskill? All right, and I've just included three here, just to whet your appetite. All right. For instance, if you go online on Glassdoor and you search for the average salary of an HR analyst, globally you find it somewhere within 70K to 115,000 US dollars globally. All right. So you want to start position yourself for global opportunities. All right. And if you do the maths monthly, that's well over 6K, $6,000 in a month. Let's even say $5,000 in a month. And you're working from Nigeria. $5,000. Let's even make it so minimal. All right. Let's say worst case scenario, $3,000. If you do the math, $3,000 in a month as a Nigerian working from Nigeria, that's a lot of money to start with. All right. So this is what the salary looks like. By the time you start positioning yourselves for these jobs, these are the kind of money you start to make. For a data analyst, for instance, is somewhere between $64,000. This number, I'm not sure. Okay, I see why it is $64,000 now. It's the experience level has been set to beginners, absolute beginners, because I know that for a data analyst, some from say 2 years experience to 3 years experience, you're looking between $80,000 to about $120,000. But for absolute beginners, 64,000 to about $103,000 is what you're projecting to make. And the same thing goes for people analysts. So these are the kind of salaries that you are looking to make by the time you position yourself for this career path. So how then can you get started? How can 10 Analytics business help you to get started? It's the same way we've been helping the hundreds of students that we've helped land a job. This is the cheat code. This is the formula that we use to help these students get a job. And it is the same formula that we're going to be sharing with you tonight. It's very simple. It's a three-step framework. All right. It's a three-step framework. You start by learning. You cannot cheat the you cannot cheat the system. All right. You cannot cheat the system. You would need to learn the skills. But a lot of people just learn skills randomly. Remember, there are jobs that will go obsolete and there are jobs that will increase in demand. So you want to focus on those jobs, those skills that their demand will grow. And I've shown you the list by the future of jobs. And if you want to go through a list of these kind of jobs that their demand will grow again by another organization like AWS, you can click on this link when I send you the slides. All right. And they align. And what are these skills? AI and data skills. So you want to start by learning AI and data skills, but don't stop there. You also need to package yourself to become employable. That's the second step. First step is to learn the skills. Second step is to package yourself for the job because skills alone will not get you the job. And it's so unfortunate, but it's true. If all you have is skills, then at best you are just somebody who is knowledgeable because organizations are not just looking for skills. Skills alone will not impress them. Your portfolio is what will impress them. Your CV is what will impress them. All of those things you need to include by packaging yourself. And once you're done packaging yourself, once you have packaged you, all right. And I've shown you how we are going to package you. But let me go back to it. Let me go back to how we are going to package you. In case you're wondering, how is the analytics business going to package me? This is how we are going to package you. We're going to get you ready for the job. How? Number one, we're going to review and revamp your CV. All right. So without your CV that you currently have that is not getting you into interview rooms, we are going to trash it first and help you create a new one, a fully optimized one. And for those of you that have been sleeping on LinkedIn, all right, for those of you that have been sleeping on LinkedIn, some people don't even have a LinkedIn account. Some people do have, but the LinkedIn profile is not impressive. We're going to take care of that by helping you create a fully optimized LinkedIn. All right, you're going to have a LinkedIn profile that whoever comes across that profile will not just scroll past. They will take a second look and want to reach out to you to talk job opportunities. And you're also going to learn how to build a portfolio and how to include projects in your portfolio. That's how we're going to package you. And another way we're going to package you is we are going to make sure that you don't go to an interview unprepared. Not one interview would you go unprepared. So for each time you have an interview coming, we are going to set you up with one of our in-house experts. They are going to take you through the interview process. They're going to prepare you, train you, and ensure that you are ready for interviews. And by the time you get the job and the organization require that you present a reference letter, we're also going to provide you with a reference letter. And not just that, you finally get the job, and at some point you got stuck. You you know, the best of us, it happens to us. It happens to the best of us. All right. We got stuck along the way. There's something that we are finding difficult to do. You can also always reach out to us. We would help you with that. I will not leave you without guidance. We're also going to provide you with mentors that are going to guide you and, you know, get you ready for the real world. Week on week, you're going to meet with mentors, and then we're going to set you up on Upwork and Fiverr. So these are the ways we are going to package you. Do we understand now, guys? Before I move forward, do we understand how the analytics business is going to package you? Great. So not only are you going to learn, you're also going to be packaged and then you can apply to the jobs. And this is how we have been helping our students. So for those of you thinking, oh, it's impossible with this framework, this three-step framework, it is highly possible. And I would understand if you think it's impossible. All right, I would understand because it always seems impossible until some people have done it. All right, it always seems impossible until it is done. And here are a very few example of people that have done it. All right, a very few example of people that have done it. I have Abigail, I have Tony, I have Benga, I have Nathaniel, I have Abdurrashid. Um, Abigail currently works as a business analyst She got that job after going through this training. Tony, who was a pharmacist, she was able to transition into a role called benefits analysis. All right. Benga now currently works as a business data analyst. Nathaniel currently works as a data scientist. All of these guys initially thought it was possible until they saw that it was possible. And what made it possible was the three-step framework, which a lot of people have been sleeping on. They think, oh, just learn the skills. But with the skills, you then need to augment that with packaging. And that is what gets you the job. So if you're ready to get started with any of our AI focused course to get you ready for the future of jobs, you can listen to what each course entails and start thinking of which one aligns with your interest. So the first course that we train people on is AI automation engineer. All right. Um, in our AI automation engineering course, you're going to learn how to build large language model apps and AI agents to help business automate their workflows. In fact, I like to see this course as not a course that you just take to get a job. You can start a whole business with this course because the opportunity in this skill set is so massive. A lot of business right now are still running on manual processes. You can learn these skills and use it to help businesses around you. You can even start with businesses around you, build LLM apps and AI agents to help them automate their workflows. And you're going to be learning the foundations, all right? We are going to assume that you are beginners. You have not even heard of LLM before. You don't know what AI is. And that's why we're going to start from the very beginning. All right. We're going to start from in the beginning. You're going to start from foundations. And then you also learn prompt engineering, pro level prompt engineering. And not just that, you're also going to learn how to build LLM powered apps with document search, with memory and RAG pipeline. So you're going to be learning a lot of technologies that you can use to help businesses build automations and automated workflows like N8N. This is like the most widely used automation frameworks in the world right now. You're going to learn N8N, you're going to learn Flowise, Chroma, Airtable, Zapier. You're going to learn Gemini, Claude AI. You're going to learn 11 Labs, which I love a lot. You're going to learn Twilio. You're going to learn a lot of these technologies and tools that by the time you're done with the program, you are a full stack AI automation engineer and you can right away, you're going to right away be able to use these skills to help yourself. All right. Going to use these skills to help yourselves. All right. Now, if you're saying, well, maybe AI automation engineer is not my thing, you can also learn generative AI for data analysts. All right. And maybe you're a data analyst already, or you're looking to become a data analyst. How about becoming a data analyst of the future by learning generative AI for data analysts, where you're going to learn the foundations again? You're going to learn the foundation of AI for data analysts. You're going to learn tools for automation and building AI agents. You're going to learn prompt engineering. You're going to learn multi-agent systems for analytics, how to build multi-agent systems for analysis, not just one AI agent doing one thing. You have a lot of elements in your systems. You can build multiple agents to do all the different tasks in your workflow, and you orchestrate all of these different agents and they would work linearly to do all the tasks that you have in your operations without needing so much human effort. So you're going to learn how to build that not just for yourself, also for businesses, so that right away you can start making money. All right. You're also going to learn AI for SQL mastery. As a data analyst, you're going to work with a lot of SQL. because you're going to need to work with massive data. And SQL is one of the ways to interact with big data. And you're going to learn how to leverage AI for that. And some of the technologies you will learn include Microsoft Fabric, Excel, Cloud, Julius AI, Zebra AI, Bricks, Copilot, ChatGPT, Quadratic, Data GPT, AI to SQL, and also NA10. So you're going to be learning quite a lot of things that you can start using immediately. And remember, not just for regular employment, you can also use it to build your own businesses by building some of these systems for business around you. Also, we have generative AI for HR analysts. Where are the HRs in the house? If you're an HR professional, give me a thumbs up. You're an HR professional, give me a thumbs up. HR professionals in the house. Or there are no HR people in the house. Okay. Oh, Benjamin is an HR person. Great. So HR people or people that wants to get into the HR field, you can empower yourself, all right? You can empower yourself by learning generative AI for HR analysts. You're also going to be learning from the foundations, all right? From the foundations, and then you learn the tools, all right? Very similar to the tools you'll be learning for data analysis. We also have generative AI for business analysts. All right, so be it in the house, or people looking to become business analysts, you learn the foundations. You also learn the tools for automation and AI agents. You learn tools like Gemini, Gamma, Asana, Jira, Miro, a lot of these tools, all right, such that by the time you're done with the program, you are a ready professional to start working or to start building solutions for businesses. And the last one is generative AI for project management. All right. So this is for project managers or people looking to delve into project management. Again, we will start from the basics. All right, we'll start from the basics, the foundations, and then we take you through the tools like Perplexity, Gemini, Asana, Azure DevOps, Lucid Charts, AI for Confluence, Copilot, Vercel, Cloud, a lot of these tools. And by the time you're done, you become job ready and you become a future ready project management as against the regular data analyst. As a regular project manager who would go out of demand very soon. All right. So all of these programs have been carefully selected to help you transition into tech. One, but at the same time future proof your job. So not only are you learning to become a data analyst, for instance, you're getting your job as a data analyst future proof. Why? Because now you know how to leverage artificial intelligence to enhance your productivity. All right. So if you're interested in any of these career paths, any of these courses, all right, if you're interested in any of these courses, right now is the time to start. So that's where you start from. You select any course you're interested in, you sign up, and then we also package you. So, for those of you that are ready to start today, all right, and you're wondering how can I start today, this is where I will share the good news that I have. All right, I have a good news to share with you guys. So for those of you that are ready to start today, a new course is starting on the 6th of December. All right, for any of the courses I've mentioned, a new course is starting on the 6th of December, and you can jump on that court. You can jump on that court and get yourself ready to break into tech. And now is actually the best time. All right. So for those of us that are ready, we are right on time because we are currently celebrating our 5 years anniversary. And what that means is there is a special discount for everyone. A special discount for everyone. And not just that, we also have an early Black Friday discount. All right. Early Black Friday discounts. We know November, December is for Black Friday. So this is an opportunity for you to jump on the Black Friday discount and steal the program away at a ridiculous fee. All right, at a ridiculous fee. So this is for the first 20 people. All right, let me put that disclaimer out there. This is for the first 20 people. So for the AI automation engineer course, the actual amount is 200,000 naira, but our discounted amount is 100,000. So instead of paying 250, 200,000 naira, because of our 5-year anniversary promo, you get to take this away at a whooping 100,000 naira. And the remaining four courses, generative AI for data analysts, generative AI for HR analysts, generative AI for business analysts, and generative AI for project managers. That also goes for 200,000 naira, but we are giving it away at a ridiculous 75% off, and you only get to pay 50,000 naira in this period. 50,000 naira. So instead of paying 200,000 naira, while the discount is on, you only get to pay 50,000 naira. And mind you, it's on the first come, first serve basis. Once the first 20 people have taken the discount, we revert back to the regular price. All right. So for the first 20 people, the discount is on and take advantage of it. But the good news is you don't even have to pay everything today. All right. I know a lot of people want to take advantage of that discount. They want to be part of the first 20 people. All right. And because you're on this session, I want you to be a part of that first 20 people. So, what am I going to do for you to ensure that people on this session are part of the first 20 people that are going to take advantage of this discount? What you need to do today, the only action you need to take today is to pay half of that discount amount today, and then you can pay up your balance next month. All right. So you don't even need to complete everything to take advantage of the discount for you to be a part of the first 20 people. Pay half of that today, you have stolen it away, and then you can balance up next month. And if you want to do that, you can find the account details on my screen. And if you take a look at the chart also, you'll see the account details. So for the AI automation engineering course, the discount amount is 100,000 naira. And to be a part of the first 20 people, just pay 50,000 naira right now so that you are not left out, all right, before it gets taken up, all right? So 50,000 naira today, 50,000 naira next month, you are good to go. But for those of us that are interested in the other courses like generative AI for data analyst, HR analyst, business analyst, and project manager, the discounted amount is 50,000 naira. And all you need to do to take up the discount spot is half of that. Meaning, once you pay 25,000 naira tonight, you are definitely part of the first 20 people and you are taking up the discount spot. All right. So for those interested, you can begin to make your payments to be a part of the first 20 people before that slot gets filled up. All right. I would want people from these sessions actually, because some people would also still take advantage of the discount outside of the session. But that's why I'm announcing it to you right here and right now, so that you take up that spot before external people get to take it up. All right. So 50% today. And then once you are done making payments, all right, this is a very important part. You need to register, you need to fill out a registration form. All right. You need to fill up a registration form. Once you made payment, take a screenshot of that payment or just save your payment receipt. However, you do that, save it. And then when you're filling out this form, it will ask you to upload your payment receipt. All right. So upload that payment receipt. That would help us be able to reach out to you, enroll you into class, share other information that you would need before you get into class. You can also chat us up on WhatsApp, all right? You can also chat us up on WhatsApp 081 So for those of us that are making payment, do that. You can see the account number on the screen and also in the chat. So do that right away so that you're part of the first 20 people. And this is where I also would like to take questions. I know some people might have questions for me, so I would like to take questions at this point. So if you have any question whatsoever, all you need to do is raise your hand. And once I see your hand raised, I will call you up, you ask your question, and I will do my best to answer you. All right. So, guys, if you have questions for me, please raise your hand. I can see some people's hand raised, but it has been raised for a while. So I'm not sure if you have questions, but I will still call you. All right. I will still call you up, but I will start with the person that raised their hand now. So if you don't have a question for me and your hand is raised, please, you might want to take it down so that I'm able to see those who have questions. And when I call your name, please feel free to unmute your mic and ask me your questions. So Chidebere or Foma, I apologize if I'm not calling that correctly, but I think I can pronounce Chidebere well. So Chidebere, please go ahead with your question. And please feel free to unmute your mic. Hi, Chidebere, are you speaking? Hi, Chidebere. Okay, so I will probably move on from Chidebere. But Chidebere, if you have a question and you're struggling to unmute your mic, you can also type it in the chat. All right. You can also type it in the chat. I'm not sure if you're able to unmute. Okay. So Usman Abdul Rahman, please go ahead. Usman Abdul Rahman, please go ahead with your question. Usman Abdul Rahman, you can unmute yourself now. Usman Abdul Rahman, are you able to unmute? Okay, so I'm going to assume you are unable to unmute, and I have lots of questions, but want to do so in DM, a phone number perhaps. So you can send us a message. The host deactivated everyone's mic. No, I'm sure you should be able to speak. I'm sure you should be able to speak. I'm very sure. Okay, so Chidebere, the class would be online, all right? We are preparing you to be able to work online. So if you're not able to learn online, how would you be able to do actual job online? Another reason, all right, another reason why an online class is most suitable is because our instructors for these classes are global talents. We source instructors from around the globe, and that's to enable us get the best hands. All right. So we don't want to be restricted to talent available only within a specific location. All right. So the best instructors from around the world being sourced to take these courses. So it's online. All right. So somebody saying they want to speak to us via DM. You can reach out to, okay, great, great. So you can see a number in the charts. You can reach out to that number. All right. So guys, any more question? Any more question? I can still see some hands up, but I'm not sure. So I'll just call those names once, and if they don't respond, I'll assume they um are unable to speak. So easy favor, easy favor. Are you able to speak? Favor, hi. Hi, favor. Okay, so Favor is unable to speak. I'll go to the chat one more time. Good evening. Please, your AI for data analytics, does it cover using AI to clean data before data visualization? Yes. So it covers all the workflow. So you're going to be using AI. You're going to be learning how to use AI to automate all your workflow, from gathering data to processing the data, to analyzing the data, to visualizing the data, generating reports, and then you do the job of communicating those insights to your stakeholders. So it covers everything that you need to do as a data analyst. Hope I was able to answer your question. Okay. All right. All right. Great. So for those of us that have our hands up, I'm just going to drop your hand, Favor. If you have a question, please raise it one more time. I would then know. So if you're unable to speak and you want to speak, please raise your hand one more time, and then I would add you as a co-host. I'm not sure those people who have their hands raised are, let me see. Usman. Usman Abdurrahman, please give me a thumbs up if you want to speak. Just a thumbs up would do. Usman Abdurrahman, give me a thumbs up if you want to if you want to speak. If you want to speak, Usman Abdurrahman, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, so I'm gonna assume Usman Abdurrahman. Okay, so Usman Abdurrahman, I have made you a co-host. So please confirm that you can unmute your mic now. I've made you a co-host.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Awesome. Hi, Abdul Rahman.
Can you hear me? Good evening, sir.
Loud and clear, loud and clear.
Good evening. Hello,
Good
sir.
evening. Yes, yes, I can hear
Uh,
you. I can hear you.
all right. So please, you said something about part payments,
Mm-hmm.
as in like making part of the payment this month, and then um paying the rest next month. So please, I want to ask: is it that like you have to drop something first for it to be added to the class, or maybe you can just join, then maybe by the end of the month, by the end of this month, since maybe the end of this month might be the deadline for the department. So I don't know, Sha. So I don't know if you understand what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I understand your question. Well, so you can mute now so that I can answer you. All right. So let me take you back to where and when I said that this discount is first come, first serve, meaning that the first 20 people to take up this discount slot would be able to access the discount. And once the 20 um, slots are filled up, it means that if you come back after the 20th person, if you are the 21st person to make payments, You're going to hear things like, "We are so sorry, the spots are filled up." Now you would need to pay the full amount. All right. So the only way you can guarantee that you'll be a part of the first 20 people is to secure your spots tonight. All right. But you don't even need to pay the entire discounted amount. Half of the discounted amount tonight guarantees that you're a part of the first 20 people. So you secure your spots with half of the discounted amount tonight, and then you have from now till the end of next month to complete your payment, the second half, which is the balance. I believe that is clear enough now, Usman Abdurrahman.
Yeah.
So while
Thank
that
you,
is
sir.
going on, uh, okay, you're welcome. All right, so let me see the charts. In addition, when is your online classes? Oh my God, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I should have even spoken about that. I should have spoken about that. So let me quickly walk you through the live classes. All right. They have the same time. All right. They have the same time. And remember that the program starts on the 6th of December. All right. So we have two classes currently running, weekend classes, and that's to help you, you know, combine your job with this program. So you don't need to leave your job to be able to take this program. So classes hold on Saturdays and on Sundays. On Saturdays, you have your morning class from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. All right, West African time. West African time. And then on Sundays in the afternoon, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. All right, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. And it's an 8 weeks program, 8 weeks of intensive and immersive learning. You're going to be fully immersed in that learning experience. So 8 full weeks is where you're going to be spending learning any of the courses that you are interested in. So 8 weeks starting 6th of December. All right, Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., Sundays 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Thank you so very much. Thank you very much, um, Omokaro Brodricks. Omokaro Brodricks. Thank you very much. I hope that answers your question, Brodricks. I hope that answers your question. Is there a certificate? Is that what you asked? Is there certification? Absolutely. All right. Not just any certificate, but a globally recognized certificate. And what do I mean? Tenalytics business is certified. All right. We are accredited by the American Council of Training and Development. All right. We are accredited by the American Council of Training and Development. So what this means is whatever certification you're getting from Tenalytics, rest assured that is the most globally recognized certification because we are accredited by the most acclaimed, the most reputable American Council of Training and Development. All right, so our certifications are uh, globally recognized. So, Brodericks, you are in good hands. You're in good hands. All right, you're welcome. Do I need a license to practice the AI automation engineering? So our program um, is created to ensure that we empower you with everything you need to learn the tools. All right. So we're not going to require you to commit to anything else outside of your training fee. All right. So you don't need any other license. Everything you need would be able to guide you to achieve it. So, Chidebere, you would not, there are no hidden fees. Don't worry. There are no, so you've gotten on the program. Now you need to pay this to practice. No. All right. We have carefully And we have carefully planned for you guys to ensure that everything you need, we would be able to guide you to access them. All right. Does that answer your question, Chidi? All right. So, okay, you're welcome. All right. Any more question, guys? How's the program? How is the how much is the program going for? I want to believe that's a question you are asking. All right. Thought as much. The program is the standard fee for the program is 200,000 naira. All right, 200,000 naira for any of the program. But because we are running our 5-year anniversary discounts, you are right on time and lucky, and you get to um take the program away at a steal. In fact, it's a ridiculous discount. All right. So for our automation engineering program, you get to access it at a 50% discount, leaving the price at 100,000. But for any of the other courses, you get to access it at 50,000 naira. All right. But this discount is only accessible by the first 20 people to make payments to register for the program. All right. So to make it easy for you to be part of the first 20 people, all you need to do to get into the program today is half of the discounted amount. So for the AI automation engineering program, with half of 100,000 naira, which is 50,000 naira, you get into the program. And with the other courses, with half of 50,000 naira, which is 25,000 naira, you get into the program. And you'd be left with the remaining half, which you can balance up next month, which you can balance up next month. So that is how much the program is going for. All right. And if you're making payments, please ensure that you click on the registration link to register. All right. All right. Click on the registration link to register so that we can reach out to you and onboard you into class. All right. So, any other question, guys? Any other question? Any other question? Any other question? All right. So, this is what the program look like. This is the curriculum for the program, for all the programs you'll be learning. And like I mentioned, we are accredited by the American Council of Training and Development. And a lot of our students that have been able to use the strategies we talked about. Remember the 3-step framework to learn, we package them, and then they apply to jobs. Some of these people have followed these same strategies and they've gotten results. Someone like Hope, who had project management and Scrum Master certification, but she was unable to land a job until she joined our project management program in September 2024. And in December of that same year, she secured a job as a project analyst with Weissman in Canada. All right, now she currently works as a project analyst with Weissman in Ontario, Canada. This strategy would always give you results. All right, it would always give you results. Will Will I be supported in getting freelance on part-time job? Absolutely. Right. Talked about the fact that we're going to help you set up Upwork profile, Fiverr profile, and you're also going to learn the strategies to be able to set up your own agency. All right. Even if you don't want to do 9 to 5, you're going to learn the strategies to set up your own agencies. One good thing about these skills you'll be learning is you don't even need to use it to work in an actual 9 to 5 job. You can use these skills and use it to start building solutions for business. And that could be your own business. You get one client today, get another client tomorrow. Before you know it, in a matter of months, you have built your client base to say 10 15 clients that you are serving globally. And the revenue projection for that is around 2 million to about 20 million in a month. So those are the kind of opportunities that you position yourself for if you do decide to empower yourself. I'm looking for part-time opportunities. Part-time, full-time, you get to choose. All right, you get to choose. And that's a beautiful thing about empowering yourself. You can decide, you know what? I don't want to work, I don't want to do 9 to 5. I don't even want to work for so long. If you want to service one or two clients, you know, oh, in a month, I'm just working for one client and I'm fine with, say, 5 million naira. That's your decision to make. All right. So, part time opportunities, absolutely. These are the kind of things skilling up will get you. Please, can you list all the AI automation courses? All right. So we have five. All right. We have five programs right now. We have AI automation engineer. All right. Where you learn to build LLM apps and AI agents for businesses or even for your organization. We have generative AI for data analysts, for people who are currently data analysts or they want to get into data analysis, but then they'll get to learn to leverage artificial intelligence. We also have generative AI for HR analysts. These are for HR people, people interested in HR or currently work as HR professionals. They're going to learn how to build automated systems for HR reporting, for, you know, even build HR systems, automated HR systems. All right. We also have generative AI for business analysts, where you're going to learn how to build automated systems, AI agents for requirements gathering, for documentations, for process mapping, gap analysis, and the likes like that. You also have generative AI for project managers. These are for my project managers or people looking to break into project management and future proof their job. All right. And you're going to learn how to build AI systems for project management, how to use AI for communication, stakeholder engagement. You can build AI powered project planning initiation, learn agile, scrum, and automation with AI. Learn all of these things. And like I said, you can either use these skills, we package you up for employability, you land a job, or you can build your own business, build your own agency, or you can even freelance on Upwork, Fiverr, and all of these other freelance platforms. So these are the things that you stand to get with this program. All right. I hope that answers your question. Your name is Nife. Nife, does that answer your question? All right. So, will there be any more questions, guys? Will there be any more questions? If there are no more questions, I think we can call it a day. You already know what to do. All right. If you're here to secure your discount, if you're here to secure your discounted slot, all right, your discount slot, make sure you do so before it gets filled up, because once the slots get filled up, uh we might be sorry to tell you we have reverted back to the standard price, and I don't want that to be you. All right. I don't want that to be you. So if you're taking a screenshot of the account details, I would advise that you do so right now. All right. The account name is Tenalytics Data and Strategy Limited. The account number is 3002668546, and it's a Kuda Bank account. It's a Kuda Bank account. All right. So make sure you take up your spot before somebody else does. You spent about 2 hours on this session. It won't make sense for you not to be a part of the people that will take advantage of the discount offering. All right. Don't let external people that are currently watching, they are currently watching. I don't know if Big Brother Nigeria is still on. They are currently probably watching Big Brother Nigeria, or they are watching football, and they'll still be able to take advantage of the discount. But you've been spending time Here it only makes sense if you are part of the people that would take advantage of the discount. So I highly encourage that you do so before the spots get filled up. All right, guys. So I'm going to take this as no question. I hope that you were able to learn a couple of things, maybe one or two things from the session. Absolutely, Shadrach. Yes, all our classes are recorded. All. You don't even need to ask us. We would record it and share it with you immediately the class is over. All right, it's standard procedure. And not just that, even if you miss a class and you get access to the recording, and for some reason you still need to speak to your instructor, you have access to your instructor 247. All right. Sometimes a recording might not be sufficient. You still need to ask some questions. You have access to your instructors. They are patient enough to guide you through everything you missed in class. So you have absolutely nothing to worry about if you miss a class. Our program is, suited for professionals, people that have jobs, and it's also possible that you have to go to work on a Saturday. All right. So you have nothing to worry about if you miss a class. You get a recording, you also have access to your tutors. All right. Shadrach, I believe that answers your question, right? Just give me a thumbs up. Just give me a thumbs up if you are good. All right, fantastic, fantastic. Why does it sound like I know this W Norma? Okay, Norma, I know you, right? That name rings a bell. W Norma. I think I know that person. Anyways, all right. So guys, if you have a question, I want to be sure that I'm not ending the call abruptly on you with your questions again. So please, now is the time to ask your question if you have a question for me. But if not, I think we can call it a night, right? All right. Congratulations to you, Broderick's. Congratulations. Do not forget to send, I mean, do not forget to fill out the registration form, right? That's a very crucial part of the process because we need to reach out to you to onboard you into class. So it's very important that, okay, awesome, awesome. All right. So, guys, I hope the session was worth your time. I hope you were able to learn one or maybe half or a couple of things. All right. So, in the absence of any questions, I want to say thank you guys for joining the session. Thank you very much for spending time with us and having this conversation with us. I urge you to, you know, start paying more attention to upskilling, start getting yourself ready for the future of jobs. All right, literally the future of jobs, because we are fully in the age of AI, and the professionals that will thrive in this age are professionals that are that are um in normal. Okay. Um as I was saying, we are fully in the age of AI, and only those that have learned how to delegate some mundane tasks to AI will thrive in this age. All right. And this is an opportunity to learn how to thrive in the age of AI. All right. Don't let somebody come and displace you just because you've not empowered yourself. This is an opportunity to empower yourself, and the opportunity is coming at a ridiculous price. At a ridiculous price. So it's double an opportunity for you to take advantage of. All right. So one last time, if you are yet to take up your spot, I think there are still a few slots left. So I'd urge you before it gets filled up tonight. I'm very sure it will get filled up tonight. So before it does get filled up, take a screenshot of the account details, take up your sports, and then save the registration form, or you can also reach out to us on WhatsApp. You can see the number on the screen and see the number on the screen, and you can also see it in the chat. All right. So that will be all for tonight, guys. Do well to have a fantastic night rest. Good night, everybody.